Thank you. Unfortunately, I have a prepared speech. Good morning.
No.
My name is Tom Murray, and I'm
Over
a
here.
cancer survivor.
Okay, we're good.
In 2007, I was recently separated from my wife, sharing an apartment with my teenage daughter, doing my best to start a new life. At that time, I never imagined that I could be diagnosed with a disease that could take that life from me. Prior to this, I'd been undergoing treatment for an enlarged prostate. Not unusual for a man in his early 40s, but after 2 years of treatment, my urologist recommended that I have my prostate biopsy. While I felt he was being overly cautious, I agreed to proceed. After the procedure, I was asked to schedule an appointment for the following week to discuss the results. I arrived at the appointment fully expecting my doctor to say, "Good news, the results were negative, you're in fine health," and that would be that. Instead, he sat stone-faced behind his desk and told me I had prostate cancer. It took a moment for the words to sink in. Cancer, big C. In years past, this would have been a death sentence. Then my doctor continued. He said that this type of cancer was usually seen in older men, and it was very unusual to see in a man of 45. But he emphasized that the biopsy indicated the cancer was stage 1 and had been caught early enough to consider a wide range of treatment options. He went over the different treatments and their associated risks and side effects. He gave me numerous pamphlets about different treatments and the disease itself, and told me to review my options and let him know how I wanted to proceed. When I left the doctor's office, I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. I knew that I had to talk to someone I respected and who had always been there for me, someone I knew I could lean on for support. I called my best friend, Linda Kohler. She was also shocked. We talked for hours, and when I told her I didn't know what to do, it was then that she told me that a fellow scoutmaster had been through the same thing. She asked me to wait until she spoke to him before making any decision. The next night, she called me back. She said that when she told the scoutmaster that her best friend had prostate cancer, he said, "Get him into the machine." She explained that the machine referred to the Brigham Urological Institute at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. I learned that the facility was world-renowned in the treatment of prostate cancer. A few weeks later, I was on a plane headed for Baltimore. Of course, Linda picked me up at the airport, brought me to her house, and took me to my consultation the next day. I met with Dr. Ronald Rodriguez, who reviewed my chart and discussed my options. Each treatment option includes some inherent risks. As I weighed the options, my priorities came into sharp focus. I told Dr. Rodriguez that what was most important to me was to someday be able to walk my daughter down the aisle. Sorry. We agreed that the best treatment would be a radical prostatectomy. This would involve removing the prostate and several surrounding organs to minimize the risk that the cancer would spread. He reminded me that this option, while offering the greatest chance of success, also carried the risks and potentially permanent side effects. I told him, "You get rid of the cancer, and I'll deal with the rest." A few weeks later, I returned to Maryland for the procedure. Linda insisted that my daughter Megan and I stay with her while I convalesced until I was able to drive home. The surgery went well. The doctor said he was confident that he had eradicated the cancer. Later, he told me that when they biopsied my prostate, they found that the cancer was actually stage 3 and had come very close to my lymph nodes. I was released a few days later, and with the support of Linda and her family, I was soon cleared to drive and return home to complete my recovery. I'm pleased to announce that I've been cancer-free for 12 years. Since then, I've had many positive changes in my life. In 2008, I met a very special lady. We shared many things, especially a love of God and family. And in 2009, she agreed to share her life with my wife. In August we'll celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary. I also gained a wonderful new family. Joanne,
Wherever she is.
boyfriend Zach, my daughters Jennifer, Jackie, her husband Kenny, Kyle, a whole host of people whom I love dearly. And on May 15th, 2015, I walked my daughter to the yacht. I'm blessed. Thanks to the American Cancer Society and dedicated physicians and researchers all over the world, cancer is no longer a death sentence. Much has been done, much remains to be done. So that no future generation need ever fear. One more thing. For those of you who may have been among the 50 million people who watched Game of Thrones, what do we say to death? Not today.